Cool. All right. Can we make room? Let me get some test strips. Oh. I'll be right back, boys. I'm just going to grab a drink and we will get it cracking. Get your questions ready. All right, boys and girls. All right, boys and girls, what's popping? All right, we're here. Q&A. Q&A. Can we move this back? There we go. Nice and juicy. Perfect. Okay, what's popping, everybody? Let me get some shout outs in. What up, Joel? What up, Kicks? What up, Yo-Yo? What up, Randoms? What up, Praveen? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Q&A Fragrance Lounge. Let's get it popping, man. What y'all got for me? Got my little bit of coffee. We're going to run tonight. I'm shooting for 40 minutes. Don't laugh at me. I mean it this time. Come and get your 1 minute of fame. You know, the usuals. Come get your 1 minute of fame. We're handing it out. We're handing it out. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. What's going on, guys? Make sure you go right here or right here. Hit the 3 dots and hit the like button so YouTube could start pouring in people interested in fragrance. They'll go ahead and sweep out the trolls and pull in the fragrance people, and we'll have a good old time. Sweep, 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 sweep. Let's get that initial 1 minute of fame out the way. Sweep them up. Give your phones back to your moms. It's a little too late. A little too late to be stealing your mom's phone. Ugh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's happening tonight. Kicks is a D1 sniper. D1 sniper. Sweep, 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 sweep. Snipe him, Kicks. Snipe him, baby. Snipe him. Give your mom her phone back. Give your mom her phone back. Good night. Yo, man, we catching 3-pointers tonight off the rip. I'm here for it. We're going to sweep through every troll until we find the gold. Bum, 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 bum. We gotta dude, the first like 5 minutes of all my lives, we have to like almost play clown music. So we have like some theme music to when we sweep out all the trolls. Sweep them, sweep them, sweep them, sweep them. Look, no hands, getting swept out of here with no hands. Come get your fame. I'm gonna give it to you every time. We giving out fame tonight. 1 minute of fame. Get it in. Get it in. Come get your 1 minute of fame. Good night. Give your mom her phone back. Give your mom her phone back. We throwing them all out. Buenos Aires. Buenos Aires. Buenos dias. ¿Qué onda, wey? What's poppin'? We sweeping them all out. We sweeping them all out. No hands. We sweeping them all out. What up, Fendi? What's poppin'? Sweep, 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 sweep. No hands. No hands. No hands. Look. No hands. No hands. Watch. They're going to get swept. No hands. Sweep, sweep, sweep. What up, Fendi? Good to see you. Of course. Mi español es muy mal. Media. Do you know that one cologne? I don't. But guess what I know? I know how to put you to bed. Good night. Thank you, Lou. Appreciate you, buddy. Hey, we sweeping them tonight. We getting a good sweep in. D1 snipers on deck. Got Joel in the corner. Got Kicks on the side of me watching my 6. Boom, boom, boom. What questions y'all got, man? Give me the fragrance talk. You know, we'll take a quick look at the collection. The collection's looking healthy tonight. We're here for the people. We're here for the people. Let's do it. Let's do it. That's okay, Daniela. We love you. Mi corazón. Fragrance Q&A, baby. What questions do you have? Más preguntas. De la fragrantica. Have you used Afternoon Swim? Thoughts on it? Best Louis Vuitton in the collection. To me, most interesting. They're all good. They're all good. L'Immensité, Imagination, Meteor, the Nights one. They're all good, you know, they're all good, but Afternoon Swim is the only one I would buy. What are your thoughts on Coach Blue? Coach Blue is nice. It's worth the money, but there's better blues, man. Bleu de Chanel. You can get it a little cheaper. Bleu de Chanel's better. Dylan Blue is better. It's more versatile. Shoot, even Mont Blanc Legend Spirit Blue or Mont Blanc Legend Blue is better. But Coach Blue is nice. It's just the performance isn't the best. I love the Kamarakawa and Honor and Glory. Yes, those are good. Those are good. Kamarakawa. Sí, perfecto. Kamarakawa. Muy perfecto. Cinnamon y vanilla y café. Dylan Blue opinions. Middle of the road designer, very versatile. I prefer Bleu de Chanel, smells less synthetic, but Dylan Blue is great. How much does the whole collection cost? Take a snapshot, look them all up, and take a guess. We don't flex about how much we spend on fragrances. That's for the birds. What about Versace blue jeans? I don't know what the hype is on blue jeans. I reviewed blue jeans about a month or two ago, only because it was fan requested. Everybody's always saying in my chat sometimes, hey, you got to try good old blue jeans. Hey, listen, blue jeans is very cute. I know you want to feel good about having a $10 fragrance in your collection. I get it. Versatile. It feels good in theory to say you have a $10 fragrance in your collection that is super versatile, that you can wear anywhere, any reason. But just remember, at the end of the day, it's a $10 fragrance. Whatever you think you're achieving by wearing blue jeans is probably not what you're actually achieving. But if it makes you feel good because you can wear it anywhere and it smells pretty good, I'm happy for you. I'm really happy for you. Especially if you can't afford fragrances. Then, you know, having blue jeans around is uplifting your mood, and that's cool. But in 2025, go from $10 to $20, and the world is your oyster. Go from $20 to $30, the world is your oyster. Go from $30 to $50. You could pretty much get any clone dupe inspiration and designer fragrance. Go to 60 to 100, entry-level niche, world is your oyster. So consider how you might elevate from Versace blue jeans in 2025, because you can do it quite affordably. Versace Eros Energy is the most playful form of Creed Aventus. It is good for 25-year-olds and down. For 25 and up, there's no real woody, smoky base, no oak moss, very playful. It's basically just the loudest, brightest lemon twist of pineapple, and it's 7 out of 10 for me. Your thoughts on Chrome? In 2025, the same cost of buying Chrome is the same thing that can get you a lot of stuff that's on this shelf. And so my caution is, if you're considering Azzaro Chrome, consider the hundreds of other fragrances you can get for the exact same price that won't just give you a good metallic, but it'll give you a metallic with character, such as this bad boy right here. This is Azzaro Chrome, essentially, with lime, mojito, and rainwater on a sheet of metallic. So even something like this, which is $20 for a 100 ml large bottle, smells way more sophisticated than Chrome, and it's actually a lot cheaper than Chrome. And it smells like 95% close to Sedley, but it's better than Sedley because it outperforms Sedley by probably 3-4 hours if you use lotion. If you don't use lotion, outperforms Sedley by about 2-3 hours. I like unisex ones than women ones. Okay. Yeah, unisex is really good. We just did a review today on Herba Pura, which is a great unisex. Beautiful unisex fragrance. Check that out. If you can't afford Herba Pura, then get Amber Oud Gold Edition, which is only $30 y 40 dólares. Tried anything from Dior's private line? I have. Just saw the talk about Bleu de Chanel exclusive. I didn't see a talk about Bleu de Chanel exclusive. Maybe Missoni EDP for the cheaper Bleu de Chanel. No, for the cheaper Bleu de Chanel, you got to just get Club de Nuit Iconic. I've said this for a long time. $20, Bleu de Chanel EDP. I'm not capping. We have both. Bleu de Chanel EDP, Club de Nuit Iconic, exact same fragrance. But this is $20. And you actually get an extra 2 hours on average, more performance and projection than original Bleu de Chanel. So I'm going Club de Nuit Iconic. You guys can go with whatever you want. But at the end of the day, if you're asking SB, who's going to always do you right and never steer you wrong, and I have hundreds of fragrances, so I probably know what I'm talking about, get Iconic and call it a day. Call it a day. You shouldn't have to still be looking for a Bleu de Chanel fragrance in 2025. You should just have it and call it a day. Move on. Get to something better. What's your favorite drugstore easy-to-find fragrance? They don't have those here. I don't know what small town with a high crime rate you live in, but we don't have drugstore fragrances here. Couple of questions. Isn't hard to say one fragrance is preferable without knowing a specific body chemistry? Then also, how do you feel about old school scents like Aramis? I mean, the thing is we know that body chemistry can change fragrances, and they do change fragrances. However, if we were being, tightwads about that fact, then nobody could talk about fragrance. But fortunately, we live in a world where we trust the viewers to do research and to know their skin and to take everything we all say with a grain of salt so that we can at least give you some good information to consider in the context of the fact that you should already know about your skin. So in that context, we can all talk about fragrance to whatever extent we want to. Old school scents, I'm not a big fan of. It's 2025. We don't have to worry about price as much anymore. We should be thinking about newer fragrances. What do you think about Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Beau EDT? I think you should get Cod Lodge Island from Lattafa. Better performance, same fragrance, cheaper. Starting to buy cologne little by little, so I can't afford much, so I'm slowly building my collection. I bought Spice Bomb Night Vision by Victor and Roll. Any thoughts on it? Good purchase. The performance sucks, but the fragrance smells really good. What about Rayhan Elixir? Good fragrance. Okay, thanks for looking out. Absolutely, Erica. Good to see you in here. What's up, guys? Good to see you all. Remember Acqua di Gio? We never forget Acqua di Gio, ever. We never will. We will always keep some Acqua di Gio on deck. But you don't even have to get 80 Acqua di Gio in 2025. Amazon.com, look up Sucrat, Suqraat, Acqua di Gio Profumo Inspiration. That's spot on 10 out of 10 with amazing performance for $20. You do not have to buy a single Acqua di Gio fragrance in 2025. All right. I've been craving Virgin Island water lately. Well, don't, because when you put it on, it'll only last an hour on your skin. What about Prada Carbon? Good everyday utility fragrance that is ageless. Do you like Malin and Goat's fragrances? Do I have that discovery set still? Malin and Goats. I thought I have a discovery set of Malin and Goats. Yes, I do. So I have this, which has, I mean, look at the price on this. This is incredible. $10. And you get to try bergamot, cannabis, dark rum, leather, strawberry, and vetiver. I'm actually a pretty big fan of the scent profiles of a lot of these, but I would say like 60 or 70% of them are pretty solid smells. But the performance is just buns. These are body sprays, basically. How can you generalize scents without knowing body chemistry? You turn on your camera and you speak about fragrances that you own, and you trust that the audience will know their own body and take the information and put it into context. I do not have to be your mother and your esthetician and your doctor to talk to you about fragrances. What are your thoughts on night vision? It's okay. Performance sucks. It's a good smell. What else is best Alharmain Gold can you recommend for a clone of Herba Pura? There's no reason to leave Alharmain Amber Oud Gold Edition. There's just no reason. It's a great clone. If you want Herba Pura, get it. Get Amber Oud Gold Edition. There's no reason to go search for other clones when you have a great clone. Just get the great clone. Where can you find Iconic for $20? Well, I mean, in 2025, with inflation and tariffs and all that, things are kind of going up and then coming down and then going. It's like gas prices. So you can Amazon it. You can Fragrance by CA it. You can Macari it. You can, I mean, there's just a ton of places you can go. At the very most right now, I wouldn't spend more than about 30 on it. But even if you had to go up to 30, it's still worth it. Any fresh soapy fragrance recommendations? Absolutely. I think the best fresh soapy fragrance you can get will run you about $25, and it is Lalique White. This takes the best qualities of all fresh fragrances and puts them into one. Excuse me. You get the greenness, you get the slight spice, you get the linen, you get the soap, you get the vetiver, you get the citrus, you get the bergamot. Best clean, fresh soapy for sure for the price point, 25-ish bucks. That's the best one I would recommend. I have others on the shelf here, but they're not worth talking about. That one is a star. What else we got? What's a good manly scent like Dr. Squatch that actually lasts? You know, surprisingly, Dr. Squatch doesn't have a lot of masculine scents. They tend to go towards boozy, sweet scents. They do have like pine tar, and they have the gray one. They have like 3 or 4 masculine ones, but mostly they go for unisex scents. But, you know, everything up here is manly. Lalique Equus, Lalique White, Lalique Pour Homme Lion, Bentley for Men, Bentley Momentum Unlimited, Bentley for Men Black Edition, Lalique Lin Sumi, anything from Acqua di Gio, Silver Mountain Water, Bleu de Chanel, just a ton of options for you, everywhere between the $20 and $50 price point. I'm not going to name the expensive ones because most of you don't shop for that upper and mid shelf, but if you do, you already recognize those names and you can look it up. What's your favorite Fougère fragrance? My favorite classic Fougère is Lalique Pour Homme, which is cloning Bois de Portugal from Creed extremely well. My best modern fougere, I don't want to say my best, but one that I really love wearing a lot is Lalique Lin Sumi for 40 bucks. I want to say you can get this before shipping. It's always sold out. Fougeres come in different shapes and sizes. Oriental, spicy, woody, green. This is of the green pine sap variety. So even the guy earlier who was asking about Dr. Squatch, which has their famous fragrance pine tar and all that, this is an elevation from that. You get like a really green forest outdoor blast. Makes you feel like you're going out camping in one of the most remote foresty places possible, with a little bit of tree sap, a little bit of a lot of green, a little bit of tree sap, a little bit of pine needles, aquatic, like a gust of windy, slight morning dew rushing through it. Best office scent, very signature. And I don't really rock with a lot of green scents because they feel old school, like Eau Sauvage, but that one's very modern. Le Male Le Parfum or 9 p.m. the longest. 9 p.m. You don't need Le Male Le Parfum. What is a good first affordable cologne I can get as a gift for my nephew? Depends. How old's your nephew? What's your favorite note in a fragrance? Vetiver. Vetiver, amber. Vetiver, amber, patchouli, myrrh, oak moss, stuff like that. What's a good, clean smelling, soapy fragrance, great for work that lasts? This isn't soapy dominant, but it is very, very, very clean, similar to soap. Lalique Equus. If you're going for pure soap, I would recommend Lalique White, or Banana Republic's 90 Pure White, or Coach Everyone, CK Everyone EDP, for that soap clean linen feel. Those are 4 bangers for that scent profile. You really don't need to go beyond that. All of those fragrances are like 30 bucks. My favorite scent is Gucci Guilty Elixir. What are your thoughts? You already know my thoughts. It's sitting in the middle of my shelf. Gucci Guilty Elixir might be one of the best designer releases of 2024. This is an incredible everyday scent. Oh my gosh. If you want a scent that annihilates but is in the same wheelhouse of the new Drake Summer Mink fragrance, get Gucci Guilty Elixir, because a lot of women think it's a good fragrance. A lot of young men think it's a good fragrance, but smell Summer Mink next to Gucci Guilty Elixir and tell me which one is better. It's dead obvious. Gucci Guilty Elixir, if you want something you could wear every freaking day and feel expensive, long-lasting, can work in casual, upscale casual, office, school, work, funeral, nightclub, whatever, get Gucci Guilty Elixir, the green bottle, and thank me later. I just need 5% commission after you understand that I'm telling the truth here. Any suggestions on good clones of Bulgari Aquamarine? None. There are none. Dolce & Gabbana K. Burberry Hero Parfum is a good clone designer of Dolce & Gabbana K. Other than that, I wouldn't really go to anything else. Maybe a YSL clone like Maison Alhambra, yeah, or Fakar Black. That'll get you close, but you won't really get the fig note that's in Dolce & Gabbana K. Any suggestion on Versace Eros Flame? Nope, there's not a clone of that yet. Maybe Hawas Fire. I wouldn't really get clones of any of those. I would just buy them. Is Prada a good Capone? I don't know what you're asking. Cologne. Spelling cologne wrong. Prada L'Homme is good. Prada Black is good. Prada L'Homme, good everyday wear. Prada Black, good suit and tie, upscale, romantic, and date night and formal type of fragrance. Prada Luna Rossa Ocean, good fresh, slightly sweet, slightly aquatic, Invictus Aqua style DNA. Prada Luna Rossa Le Parfum is a good, spicy, sweet, ambery fragrance. And if you get Prada L'Homme, get Prada L'Homme Eau Intense. Do you have any Aaron Terrence Hughes? Shout outs to Scott. Scott sent me these, and I believe 2 or 3 of them are Aaron Terrence Hughes. He gave me hard candy. He gave me hard candy. He gave me unicorn. He gave me a couple of them. We'll be reviewing those this week for sure. Agree, Prada L'Homme is a good soapy. I don't own, but tested recently. Good if you like soapy. Yeah, I'll be honest though. Lalique White or Banana Republic 90 Pure White is really good. I prefer Lalique White. I think it's the most signature soapy clean fragrance you could find. $25, 100 ml. Like, just wrap it up in a bow and call it a day. Also, Aura Fragrance, best website for cologne. Trust its real life hack. I disagree completely. That Cupid spray in ads is fake, right? I don't know. Is Prada Luna Rossa Ocean good? Yes, I described that earlier. I recommend getting your own steam distillation and making your own scents. People don't want to do all that work. They just want to buy a fragrance and smell good. What's the worst fragrance you own? Everything is a banger up here, man. Everything is a banger. I don't buy trash. Have you tried Kenzo EDT Intense? Has insane performance on my skin. I have not, Lewis. Nephew is 15. There's a lot you can get your nephew. Nautica Voyage, you can get, Nautica Voyage would be 20 bucks. He'll love that. Versace Eros, surprisingly. Versace, I still think if you're under 15 years old, Eros is the best fragrance you can buy. It has the most versatility. A teenager can wear it for date night. A teenager can wear it to school every single day, out of the gym, fresh out of bed, whatever. It's got the class and it's got a little bit of vanilla. It's vanilla, green apple, mint. That's the main composition of it. $35 can get you 100 ml. Get the EDT because that's the cheapest and it still has 10 hours of performance. You really can't beat Eros EDT for a teenager. It makes all the sense in the world. What the heck happened to my cap? Huh. Oh my gosh, look at this. My Eros cap is a little bit janky. I just don't think you can beat Eros in this climate. I mean, it's just, that price is ridiculously good. Yes, Anastasia, I did. Best clone of Tygar. Tarathi. I'm not going to grab it, but that fragrance right there. Tarathi Blue, best Tygar clone. 20 bucks. I got it on TikTok shop for 11. Best Tarathi. I mean, best Tygar clone. Dior Homme. Which Dior Homme? Have you tried Hoven? Yes. It's 2025 though. We're not going to talk about it. What about Versace Energy? Big, pineapple-y, playful, goofy fun. I wouldn't spend the money on it. There's tons of $20 fragrances that have pineapple in them that are just as playful. Get Aventus Cologne, get Aventus Absolute, get Hassavat, or get Prosciutto, or get Off Non-Supremacy Collector's Edition. Is Tom Ford Oud Wood worth it? Yes. But get Maison Alhambra's Woody Oud for $20 on Amazon, and you will smell just like Oud Wood, and you will be happy. Weird question. Actually, let me double check. Woody Oud. Maison Alhambra. I haven't smelled this fragrance in a while. Yep. 100%. 100% oud wood for 20 bucks. 100 ml. Call it a day. Put a bow on it and go home. Weird question, but what books do you like and what would you recommend? I would never recommend a book because that's like recommending church. Where would you go? Everybody believes in different stuff. Favorite thing I like to read is psychology. And one of my favorite books growing up was called A Child Called It. No, it's not a movie about murders and clowns. It's a book about a kid who is trapped in a house. He had like an evil parent or something, and he was just put under serious psychological, emotional, and physical abuse. And the book is his narrative on how he stayed mentally strong and eventually escaped. And then there's a follow-up book on his life after he escaped. It's pretty cool. What's up, Becky? No, I don't disagree that Aura is a bad. My claim isn't that Aura is a bad website. It's just that by saying that, you clearly don't look up a lot of websites, because there are so many websites that I know that are for sure the lowest price possible with the largest inventory. So to say a name that virtually nobody talks about as much is kind of crazy, but doesn't mean it's not a good website. It could be, but it's definitely not the best website. I could double down on that. Any day of the week. There's like 6 websites that go in front of Aura. What about Paris Blue? Never heard of it. Do you own any Mancera? The only Mancera I've bought at this point is Vetiver Sensual. But you can get Instant Crush, you can get French Riviera, you can get Jardin Exclusive, you can get Pearl, you can get Oud Lemon Mint, you can get Aqua Wind or Aqua Wood, you can get the blue one, I forget the name of it, you can get Red Tobacco, even though I hate it. There's a lot of Mancera bangers, and Cedrat Boisé Intense. Mancera is a great entry-level niche house. Eros EDT all day, definitely not just teenagers. I mean, hey, listen, I'm 36 years old, guys. I still have it in my collection. The person asked the question, what's the best fragrance for my nephew? So I was just saying, when it comes to people 15 and younger or 16 and younger, it's hard for me to recommend any fragrance other than Eros EDT because of its versatility. But I was not implying that as an adult you can't wear it. Absolutely not. Do you like fragrance Jimmy Choo Ice? It's a good fragrance, but it smells like a lot of other fragrances, and it's not worth the money. But it does smell great. Imagination is the best budget cologne, no cap. That is very cap. What about Emerald from Royal? Thank you, Tropical. Thank you for the kind words. Jimmy Choo smells good, cheap, but no performance. Well, if you wear Jimmy Choo Man or Jimmy Choo Man Intense, that has incredible performance. Or Jimmy Choo Man, yeah, Jimmy Choo Man Intense, Jimmy Choo Extreme. Those all have 8 to 10 hours of performance. Blue, Ice, and Aqua have terrible performance, but smell really good. All right, let's get scrolling. I think Mont Tobacco Intensivo is the best fragrance ever made. Okay, it is a great fragrance, so I won't argue with you. What is your preferred smell for a scent inside your car? Ever thought of reviewing car scents? No, I will not, because nobody cares about it. But if I smell a car, I am cool with something ozonic. I'm cool with something green. Occasionally, I'm okay with something slightly sweet. But when I was growing up, I was always a blue tree, black tree kind of purchaser, if that makes sense. Blue tree and black tree. Black ice and blue tree, I forget what it was called, all day long. What website don't gatekeep? I mean, you really have to bounce between websites today. Obviously, Amazon is excellent for some of the bigger name ones. Maison Alhambra, Armoffs, some of them. FragranceBuy.ca. Obviously, you have Joma. Obviously, you have Max Aroma. But then there's a bunch of nook and cranny sites that, depending on what season you're in and what inventory they're at, that start doing these knockdowns. And when they do that, there's literally like 20 websites that you have to shift between. But kind of the goated, like top 5-ish that I think most people bounce between depending on the price increases is going to be, so a couple things. TikTok Shop offers a buttload of coupons. Like I think your first fragrance purchase on TikTok Shop is a 45% off coupon, which is insane. It's how I got Tarathi Blue for like $8. TikTok Shop, Amazon, I'm not in any particular order with it. FragranceBuy.ca, Max Aroma, Joma Shop, I don't know. Those are some you can work with. I bounce everywhere for fragrances, but I've learned that Fragrance by CA is probably the #1 baseline site to see if people's price fluctuations are ridiculous, because when the tariffs hit and when the various price increases happened with fragrances, Fragrance by CA was really the only website that didn't really budge for prices all the way from clone up to independent niche. So that's a great website in terms of looking at prices of fragrances, even if they're sold out, and determining whether or not each site is overly inflating or underinflating, etc. But there are some instances in many cases where shopping around Joma or Max Roma or all these other places, or TikTok Shop or Amazon or Mercari or all these places makes more sense. But it's very rare. Generally speaking, Fragrance Buy has the lowest prices across the board the most consistently. What's good, Ad? Thoughts on Cool Water? It's 2025. Get over it. Adidas moves. It's 2025. Get over it. Do we have a good Naxos clone? Yes. Vaux Elegante. V-A-U-X Elegante. $8 for Tarathi Blue is crazy. Hey man, I had a massive discount coupon from TikTok Shop and they gave it to me. Y'all see it? $8. In fact, I have a video out. Just look on my video section of my YouTube page and search for videos and type TikTok, and I show you how to get Tarathi Blue for like under $11. Just tried City Rhythm. It's pretty good. City Rhythm is kind of like Mancera, but they're a little bit less consistently good. Which one, Adam? Oh, Vaux Elegante. It's good. It's good. Starman Nebula, is it a good clone? No, but it's a good fragrance. Armani Code, $100 bottle is undisputed. It is, but you don't, I mean, dude, you could get fragrance, I think it's Fragrance World's Harmony Code, which is a Armani Code Absolute clone, and it's the same thing, and you can get it for like $30. So you don't even have to buy Armani Code anymore. Yeah, I know. Hey, listen, I try to do my best to talk about Lin Sumi, man. You guys saw I did memoirs of a fragrance, and I spent almost an hour talking about this fragrance, and I have a review of it on the side. You guys know I try to advocate for this fragrance. I think it's like insanely slept on. It is so good. I mean, the juice doesn't lie, man. I mean, this is the fragrance I tell you guys, if there was one fragrance that was a skin scent that I could wake up in the morning and smell like every day, this is the only fragrance in my collection that I would pick. So y'all know how I feel about Linsumi. Thoughts on Jean? I don't even want to mention that. Scandal is good though. Is God of Fire good for summer? Yes, but just get Vulcan Fue and call it a day. What's your thoughts on Lush fragrances? They are so expensive. None of them are worth it. Any CK the One clone. Why would you ever buy a clone of CK1? Why would you ever buy a clone of a Calvin Klein fragrance? They're already $20, sometimes $10, $15. Just get the originals, man. Good grief. What's the best freshie you think? Lalique Lin Sumi, hands down. No question. Thoughts on Club de Nuit Intense? In 2025, I will no longer be recommending Club de Nuit Intense Man, Al Harmain L'Aventure, and Off-Non Supremacy Not Only Intense, and Nitro Black, or Mont Blanc Explorer. We will no longer be recommending those low-tier clones. They are now low-tier clones. I sweat a lot. What's a good affordable scent? A shower, Bill. A shower. You need African black soap, and you need to go crazy on your armpits and get all the years of deodorant off of that armpit so that it can breathe and it can ooze out all the toxicity that's making you sweat and smell. And once you do that enough, your sweat will smell like Fiji water and you won't even need a fragrance. There's so many great fresh fragrances, dude. Bleu de Chanel, Off-Non Supremacy in Heaven, Aqua de Joe Profondo, Lalique White, Bentley Momentum Unlimited, Lin Sumi, 90 Pure White, Vintage Green 78. I mean, there's just so many, man. I mean, just pick one. Yes. Bill, go on Amazon and get African black soap. You can get a brick of it delivered to your doorstep tomorrow. Take a butter knife, slice your own bars of soap out of the brick. It's like $8 for a giant brick of African black soap. Cut it all up into bars of soap. You'll have enough soap to last you like 6 months. And scrub the heck out of your armpits and your crotch and your butt. And do that for 2-3 days and you will smell like perfection. It'll smell crazy in the shower as you're scrubbing all that off. But once you wash it off with the water, you will feel and smell like the cleanest guy on planet Earth. What's that red Zherzhoff? I always have trouble pronouncing it. Wardacina. Don't buy it. You're not ready for that fragrance. What's the best chocolate fragrance? By Kilian Straight to Heaven, Tom Ford Black Orchid, and Diptyque's Tempo EDP. Best elixir, I'm not sure what kind of question that is. There's 1,000 elixirs. Over here shopping for shoes. Okay. Best tea fragrances. Wulong Cha, Wulong Cha X, Montclair's La Corday, Banana Republic's Vintage Green 78, Louis Vuitton Imagination, Creed's Silver Mountain Water, I don't think anything else I own has tea in it that I would advocate for. But those are great options. Best affordable fragrance for daily use, Lalique White, 25 bucks. Chanel number 5 for men or women? Women. Mind you, Chanel number 5 was made in the early 1900s. Some women spray perfume on their head. Is this necessary? Is there a lasting smell or something I'm unaware of? Hey, listen, man. Women are used to body sprays. This is how they spray. They don't count. When women put on perfume, they go. That's what women do when they put on fragrance. Women do not count when they apply a fragrance. Look up any woman on YouTube and watch how they apply a fragrance. So yes, their head is a necessary component to that procedure. Would you consider Gris Charnel a tea fragrance? No, never. The thing is see, I'm naming tea fragrances where you can smell tea. There's a lot of fragrances that claim to have a tea note in them, but you can't find it. So Gris Charnel is like a heavy, powdery, artistic, floral fragrance. You're not going to smell tea in it. Penhaligon, amazing tea. Oh, Dear Polly is also a tea note fragrance for sure, but the performance is utterly trash. The Penhaligon I'm not super familiar with. Yeah, the ones I named I know are killers, but I'm not going to tell you guys a fragrance that I either don't own or that I don't think is a banger just because it has tea in it. Everything I named you can get is an absolute banger. Wulong Cha, Montclair's La Corday, Banana Republic Vintage Green 78, Silver Mountain Water. There's any of those are straight killers. I know I'm missing one more. Even Aqua de Gio Eau de Parfum has a tea note in it. Shout outs to Rio de Janeiro. Thinking of buying Lattafa Liam Gray. It's an artistic piece. It is challenging. It's quite feminine too. So as long as you're okay with that, it's a good fragrance. Off now 9 p.m. Okay. Hey, brother, just got today in the mail Naxos and loved it. What recommendation would you give me from Xerjoff? It depends, man. I think if you're looking for something on the fruity side, but still the most masculine, I would skip Herba Pura and go to Herba Gold. If you want something like super masculine, but like dark romantic, go Alexandria 2. Don't get Renaissance. It's too crazy, citric, bright, zingy, synthetic. You have More Than Words is nice. Monkey Special if you want to be a rock star. I'm a big, honestly, to me, you should skip Naxos for a second and or Xerjoff for half a second and go back to Xerjoff's Casa Murati line, because this is the best fragrance in Xerjoff. No questions. Mephisto, easy. This is an Arctic blast. You're in Mount Everest. It is freezing cold, and you have a glass of blue Kool-Aid with a blast of orange Kool-Aid, and then you have a juicy tangerine cut open and mint. The best blue fragrance in my collection, no question. Some people will tell you to get Gentle Uomo, the Gentle Uomo version of this, but I recommend the OG. Either one is a banger. So I would say get that next, man. That right there is something you can wear every freaking day, and it is the most luxurious blue you will wear. What do you think is the best one from a celebrity propaganda? I don't like any celebrity fragrances. I'm going to keep it a tall stack with you. There are some great fragrances that certain celebrities wear, but yeah, there's no like celebrity collab fragrances I would vouch for. You guys laughing about me bending over and spraying my butt. Do you have any recommendation which is a terpene-based scent like exotic cannabis smell that might have some fruity, musky twist? Born to Stand Out, Mary Jane. When did you start getting into fragrances? I've been wearing fragrances for 30 years. Actually, that's a lie. I've been wearing fragrances for almost 20 years. And I wore the same 5 fragrances for most of that 20 years. And then 5 years ago, I started actually building a collection and researching and learning and going head deep into scents. So most of everything you see here was acquired in a couple year period. You like French Avenue Aetheric Straight? Yes, I do. But I always tell people when you buy Aether, you got to wait like 6 months before it gets stronger. When you first buy Aether, it's going to have really weak performance, but it's going to smell still good. You just got to let it mature, and then it'll become an awesome scent. Take care, Kicks. Oh, shoot. SB, we'll catch up tomorrow. I fell asleep twice. Oh, okay. All right. Hey, I was fine, Kicks, signing off right now and jumping on with you, but text me if you still want to do that. If you're too tired, crash out. We'll link tomorrow. I'll get on earlier for you. Most high quality, best 10 out of 10 high performance fragrances you have. A lot of this, dude. It would take me all day to go through it. Try Sunday brunch. Okay. Thanks, Yo-Yo. I'm going to try that Wulong Cha and Montclair you named one day. Yeah. Here's a great thing. Montclair's La Corday, it might cost you like $100, $120. On a sale, you might get it for like $85. Montclair is honey lemon tea. That's all it is. But when I tell you, you can wear that on any occasion and people will think you smell incredible. What I like about it is some people think Wulong Cha feels too much like an ancient monk because it's like lemon, wheatgrass, and tea. It smells more like natural and zen-y and therapeutic, and that can feel old and upscale too much. So if you want like a more commercial version of Wulong Cha, get Montclair La Corday because that honey lemon tea is super youthful. It's like ageless and yeah, it's a lot of money, but you get 120 ml of juice. So you can just hit yourself with like 20 sprays a day and it'll last you for years. And with that honey, it kind of rounds out the lemon notes, whereas Wulong Cha is like a very zingy, bright, citric lemon tea. So yeah. Givenchy pie is amazing. It is, but it's not for young people. Some young people get into it, but it's basically a fragrance you would have smelled on your uncle or your grandfather growing up. That's just a timeless scent. I never recommend young people go back and get into pie until they're a lot older. You won't, even if you like it, you won't really appreciate it until you're north of like 25. Alexandria 2 is like an upscale Le Male, more sophisticated, equally as sexy. I mean, that's a stretch. There's a lot of oud and rose in Alexandria 2. It's a way different smell than Le Male. It's heavy on oud, heavy on rose. But it's interesting that you're connecting those two. Thoughts on Latafa Camera? Skip that, get Kawa. Is it worth buying? Kawa, so here's the thing about Camera, all 3 of them, the new one, Kawa and Camera, is they're very sweet scents. And they put you in a situation where you can only wear them at a coffee shop or during the holidays like Thanksgiving or Christmas, or in a coffee shop, stuff like that. So you could make a case if you live in a place where there's like extreme cold weather all the time to have a fragrance like that, because then you've got this air running through it and duffing it off and making it lighter. But because it's so holiday, coffee-esque, sweet-esque, vanilla, cinnamon, praline, all that stuff, like it winds up becoming circumstantial. You're gonna have this, and then the only times you're gonna wear it, if you're not in a freezing cold weather like Alaska or something, you're gonna wind up only wearing this at coffee shops, at Christmas, and at Thanksgiving, and it's gonna sit on your shelf. I recommend Kawa. It's the least sweet because all of them are like 9 out of 10 sweetness, but this one's more like a 7 or an 8. And the coffee note makes it more masculine. It is a great scent, but unless you live on the East Coast or you're in super cold weather all the time, I wish they sold this in like a 15 ml, because in Arizona or Cali or the West Coast or hot weather, you're only going to wear this scent, you know, less than 10 days out of the year. But for how cheap it is, it's like, why not just get it? By the way, guys, there's 42 people in here, only 28 likes. If you want more fragrance-related people coming in here instead of trolls, click the 3 dots right here or right here and hit like. Run those likes up, and YouTube will reward you guys by finding more fragrance-specific people to chat in here with you. If you're new to the channel, I drop about 2 to 4 videos every single day since I started my channel about a year ago. About to hit my first million. I always appreciate the follows. All I ask is sub to me for free, spend a week on my channel, see if you get value out of it. I talk about every fragrance house under the sun. I post almost at the exact same speed as GentSense. So outside of GentSense, there's not a single fragrance creator that posts more than me. I do live Q&A several times a week, community posts every day, shorts every day, videos every day, long form, short form, hot takes. I'm in the retail stores. I'm talking to the perfumers. I'm doing special interviews. I have a fragrance game show. I do collabs. So just give me a week to show you what I have. And if you don't like it, unsubscribe. I thank you for your time. But I think out of all the people who have ever followed my channel, only one person unsubscribed, and it was because they intentionally followed to troll me. So people who come here stay here because it's resourceful. I have way more perfume and cologne in this dude. I don't understand that. And remember, guys, this is not everything that I have. And even if it was, I have plenty. I don't have fragrances. I have a problem. So, you know, I have about 300 scents. I carry about 600. If you beat me on quantity, congrats. You are an obsessive compulsive fragrance hoarder just like me. What do you think about 40 knots or Accento? 40 knots is pretty solid. I give it about an 8 or 9 out of 10. Accento is I feel about the same way. 2 completely different scent profiles though. I wore Bleu de Chanel EDT and it lasted about 10 hours. That's cool. Favorite Tom Ford scent? Oud Wood, Tobacco Oud, Noir Extreme, Original Noir, Grey Vetiver, no question. I don't know how the heck I forgot that. See, the thing is it's hard for me to name a lot of Tom Fords because so many of them that smell great have the worst performance of all time. So I'll just stop right there at those. Those are really nice. You can't go wrong with any of those Tom Fords I named. Just ordered Suspiro Contratto. Nice. I think I have that fragrance coming in this week, actually. Tom Ford Ombre. Eau de Ombre Leather is really nice as well. Eau de Ombre Leather is better than Ombre Leather. No question. I wore Pie in college. Nice. I bet you knocked them all down. My fragrances match my style. It has to. I go for incense, dark smelling fragrances. Okay. Some great dark incensey fragrances. Bentley Absolute. Dry woods, incense, dry cedarwood, myrrh, and incense. Very clean, classy, dark scent with incense. What are my other incense fragrances? Diptyque's Tempo is a patchouli earthy fragrance. Very dark in the freshest way possible. Incensey style dark vetiver patchouli fragrance. Bulgari Man in Black. Prada Black. Smoky incense. Shoot, we could pull out Diaghilev. Oh! I don't know if I would call this dark, but it smells like a fragrance Vladimir Putin would wear. Mahir Legacy Black. Vanilla, incense, and resins. Incense. Where are you? Armoff Black Edition. Odyssey Ohm Black Edition. You do get a little bit of smoky incense or smoky birchwood in Armoff Per Show. So it has a dark base, but a really fresh pineapple-y top. But the oak moss and incense and birchwood make Armoff Per Show or Aventus Absolute or Aventus Cologne really nice as a smoky, somewhat dark, but still fresh fragrance. Another dark romantic killer, but not as ancient smelling, more fresh, is going to be Halloween Man Shot. I know I have more dark incensey scents than that. This isn't really incense, I don't think, but Oud for Greatness is, to me, Leonardo DiCaprio in The Great Gatsby. It's any character from Ocean's 11. It's DiCaprio in Catch Me If You Can. It's James Bond in Casino Royale. It's just really nice. Might not have incense, but man, it's dark and fresh, and I love it. Okay, let's make it to the bottom. Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. Would you recommend another cologne that matches this smell or smells better? 2 fragrances. Number 1, it's the exact same fragrance, but just better, and that's Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Eau Intense. In 2025, you should never buy Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, the original, because the performance is atrocious. Get Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Eau Intense, EAU, Intense. That is a world of more performance, but it's the same scent. And then another fragrance that to me smells more interesting because they use grapefruit instead of lemon and lime, and that's Dolce & Gabbana Forever. I think it's actually Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Forever. Same fragrance as Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, except for heavy, juicy grapefruit, like a ruby red grapefruit. Today I have on Rain Intense Incense, very nice. YSL La Nuit de l'Homme EDT versus EDP. EDP, of course. Is that even a question? YSL has some of the worst performance in the game. I've been getting tired of this vanilla leather suede incensey profile lately. Well, it makes sense. Most designer romance fragrances are vanilla. Today's scent was Coach for Men, Office Day. Very nice. I don't want to call it basic. Slightly above average. Nice, versatile, classy man scent in the designer category. Yeah, I love earthy patchouli, and sometimes I use my patchouli musk oil. I love patchouli. Serge Lutens. Scent of the day was Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Male Parfum. What the heck was my scent of the day? My scent of the day. Oh, I was pretty basic today. Bentley for Men Black Edition was my scent of the day. My scent of the night was Erba Pura. Don't ask me why I wore that tonight. I have Armani 212 Chrome Issy, blah, 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 blah. Can you recommend my next cologne? Something I'm missing scent profile-wise. I mean, you're missing a lot. You're missing a lot, man. Try Lin Sumi from La Lique. Get some green aquatic in your life. Felicia You're gonna have to give me some context since I'm flying through the chat. What do you want me to rename? Do you know Sean John Unforgivable? Really nice scent. It is good, but I mean, in 2025 for that price, there's so many other fragrances you can get. But Unforgivable is a really nice scent. I mean, Unforgivable is basically Millesime Imperial, but you don't like. But I wouldn't really go with Unforgivable performance-wise in 2025 because you can just upgrade to Millesime Imperial or Club de Nuit Milestone for $25. And this actually smells more like original Millesime Imperial than Millesime Imperial. And you get like 10, 12 hours of performance for $25. So is Unforgivable good? Yeah, but this will blow the socks off Unforgivable. And this is actually Millesime Imperial for 25 bucks. Best clone ever made of Millesime Imperial, no question. It's like Sean John's Unforgivable was a Millesime Imperial clone by accident. 1 Million Lucky Thoughts, very good fragrance. I give it about a 9 out of 10. Your favorite coconut-based tropical fragrance, Bonnie from Day 3. Coconut is very hard to excite me with because most people's coconut is super synthetic or it's chalky or it's just too freaking much. I don't enjoy most Jean Paul Gaultier fragrances because of that. But look up Day 3's Bonnie, B-A-N-I, and get that. It is a mango-based tropical fragrance, but the mango is so light and the coconut is so light. It's a tropical fragrance and it's an extrait that lasts all day long off like 2 sprays, but the coconut is tamed so perfectly, but you still get it, good doses of it. But unlike most tropical fragrances, which are so fruit and coconut loud, this one's a little bit quieter, but it's an extrait, so it lasts longer. And it's perfectly unisex. I bought it for my wife, but I steal it all the time. Is the funk that they talk about on 1819 really that strong? Yes. I mean, the thing is, it's not a funk. It's like this weird, it is a funk. You know how in a lot of ways, like people with clones say like, oh, get this clone. It has a really harsh opening, but wait till the dry down. This is like the opposite. It has a really weird opening for whatever reason. I don't know why, and it's not a clone. It's actually really high-end raw materials. But literally in like 1 minute after spraying this on, it smells incredible. There is a funk there. Burlington 1819 smells. It's the 1940s, and you're trapped in a paper mill warehouse that prints newspapers. And you're in there, and you've been working in a pair of blue jean overalls for a week straight, and they never let you go home. So your blue jeans are a little bit funky, and you're trapped in this warehouse paper mill. And so you're sleeping there overnight, and at night you're eating a bowl of fresh citrus. So you've got some lemons, some limes, and some grapefruit, and you're eating a fresh bowl of fruit. So it's like you're trying to eat the fruit and you get this zesty citrus medley, but behind it is like the funk from the fact that your blue jean overalls you haven't showered in for a week, and the musty air of the paper mill. You kind of get the smell of paper, the smell of like a smog. But it only starts that way and then it blooms more into the citrus, but it still kind of carries that agedness to it. Really cool, phenomenal scent. It's like a collector piece, but it does have a funk actually. It's just the reason I caution from saying it is because it's not a funk in the same way I think through like oud or like animalics. It's not that type of funk. It's a whole different, it's like a musty air with like this citric bite. It's weird. Thank you, Felicia, for your kind words. I wore YSL Elixir. Okay. Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, it has been reformulated and coming in a new bottle. You really should never buy Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue in 2025 without getting the O Intense or Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Forever. The original Light Blue, you're still paying insane prices for a fragrance that literally becomes a skin scent after 3-4 hours. Tom Ford Ombre Leather for me tonight. Love it. If you like that hippie dirty patchouli, I don't like that hippie dirty patchouli at all. The cologne that you referred to me about the Great Gatsby. Oh, okay. So there's two options here. And again, I call this the Great Gatsby fragrance, not just because it looks like it, but because that's the vibe. You know, Leonardo DiCaprio, when he's standing on the edge of the stairs looking at the party, and everybody looks up at him and they're like, who's that guy? He's so mysterious, right? It is just elegant, it's classy, it's slightly dark, but still very fresh. Unlike most scents that you've tried. This is Oud for Greatness by Initio. This is expensive. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. This is really expensive. However, in 2025, you don't need to pay for the real thing because the clone is right here. Look at that. Look at that. This is a clone, Body Al Oud, Oud for Glory. O-U-D, Oud for Glory. This is 10 out of 10, a clone of Oud for Greatness. And it is spot on. Spot on, 10 out of 10. Monstrous 12-hour plus longevity. You only need 1 or 2 sprays. It'll last you forever. It's from the house of Lattafa, Lattafa. Fragrance is called Oud for Glory. You can actually get this at Burlington right now for like 20, 25 bucks. 100 ml, big bottle, lasts forever. And it smells 1-to-1 to the original, which is a great fragrance as well. Which is cool. You know, I used to wonder, how close is it? Because everybody in their reviews would say, it's so close. And most people are lying when they say that. But no, it actually is spot on. Do you keep clones from Lattafa? Yes, that was one of them. Your favorite gym fragrance? I do not wear fragrances to the gym because I actually work out. The fragrance I wear to the gym is soap, clean, fresh. When I sweat, I'm pumping sweat and I smell like Fiji water because I go in super clean and I leave super clean. I don't want to smell like anything in the gym but water. Red tobacco reminded me of Polo Green when I first smelled it. That's weird. What do you think about the alt clones? There's a lot of inspiration in clone houses. Alt and Dossier are really low on the totem pole. Like there's so many other mid-tier, you've got like Dua Brand and Alexandria. Upper tier, you've kind of got Sensual Obsessions, Kingsgate. Those are your like straight inspiration houses that have the best quality and best accuracy. There's a couple others, but like Alexandria and Dua sit in the middle as like 50-50s. Yeoman Lale is kind of in there too. Yeoman Lale, Dua, and Alexandria are all houses that make inspirations of other fragrances, and half of what they make is incredible, and the other half of what they make is utter trash. And then below that, you have like Dossier and Alt. So you're like 2 levels below what I would recommend. So yeah, go with either of those 3 in the middle as like good starting points, because a lot of people have reviews to tell you which ones are trash, which ones are smash. But at the top, you kind of have a couple brands. You have Kingsgate, Sensual Obsessions, and there's a couple other ones, to be honest, too, that are just a little bit more consistent, and they make inspirations of some of the harder fragrances. What's a great cologne for super hot summer? I am talking over 100 degrees dry heat in Phoenix. Well, I mean, I'm in Arizona, so I don't really know if you want like unisex or masculine, so I'll try to give you both. Harder to wear a unisex fragrance in Arizona. You know, like my car today said like 115 degrees at one point. So a fragrance that will bang on the heat in Arizona and go 8 hours plus. Vetiver Sensual from Mancera. This is a bright, happy, sunshine citrus basket on a nice, classy, woody, earthy vetiver, but it's a super bright, invigorating fragrance that'll last forever on your skin. You can probably snatch this up online. It retails for like 150 to 200 bucks, but you can get it online for about 70 or 80 and you get 120 ml of juice. That thing pumps in Arizona heat. Um, Gucci Guilty Elixir, surprisingly, in the heat is really nice as well. So look into Gucci Guilty Elixir, the green bottle. Um, Amazing, versatile, everything from casual, upscale casual, office, you know, play date, everything outside of romantic and semi-formal and formal. Um, longevity. Le Leon from Chanel. This has incredible push in the heat. Chanel exclusive line, Le Leon, great banger in this high heat. Not the most fresh though. I would say wear this indoors, like if you're at work. Oh, you could get Memo Paris's African leather, but I just carry the clone of it because it's a 10 out of 10 clone of African leather. Ignore the word leather. There's not really much leather in this at all. But this is like a nice, it mimics Parfums de Marly Carlisle, but better. To me, this is what Dior Sauvage should have been, but it's brighter. It's kind of that apple pie vibe, but way more savory than it is sweet. Little sweet, little spicy. It's like, it's freaking, you know, Antonio Banderas. It's, you know, the pirate guy. I forget his name. You know what I'm talking about. Pirates of the Caribbean dude. Um, Other fragrances that have push in Arizona heat. This one, I make excuses to wear it because truly it's a nightlife scent. Trace Oros from Day 3, which is actually located in Queen Creek, Arizona. You could buy it direct from them. Trace Oros, I put 2 sprays of this on. It's going to last me all day in Arizona heat, but I would only wear this if I was mostly indoors, not outdoors. Um, Ooh, this one has crazy push outside. Off Non Supremacy in Heaven. This is better than Silver Mountain Water. It's a clone of Creed's Silver Mountain Water. You have black tea, citruses, rainwater, a little bit of metallics, a little bit of fresh outdoors, um, like rain kind of feel to it. Black currant. Um, you put 2 sprays of this on in Arizona and you will go 8 hours plus. And this actually smells more like the original Creed Silver Mountain Water than today's formulation of Creed Silver Mountain Water. You can get this for $25, last you all day on 2 sprays in Arizona. Bleu de Chanel, obviously. Bleu de Chanel EDP, last you all day in the Arizona heat for sure. Versace Eros will last you all day in Arizona weather, no questions asked. This Ganymede clone, Amir Celestial, one of my favorite fragrance pickups of 2024. Top 3 best clones of all time, in my opinion. I actually prefer it over Ganymede. This is, for $25, you get fresh, clean-cut suede, mineral rocks, and violet leaf, which is like a purple floral that's got the tiniest touch of powder, but mostly like this soft, sweet floral touch on this, you know, mineralic, clean, fresh suede feel. It smells like you died and went to heaven. You're sitting at heaven's gates and you see this fragrance. One of the best fragrances ever made. Like seriously, this will push in Arizona heat for sure. This one for sure. Best clone of Initio Parfums Musk Therapy. It's called Glorious Oud Glorious Oud Royal Blanc. It's an extrait. This is really simple, perfectly unisex. If there were ever florals that men could wear, it would be these. This is white florals, slight powder, slight sweetness, super fresh, airy gust through it due to heavy amounts of musk. My wife loves this on me. This has crazy push in Arizona. I could name the expensive ones, but you guys see them. Harrods pushes in Arizona heat. Casa Mirati Mephisto might be not only the best blue fragrance of all time, but it also can push in Arizona weather really nicely. And when I say Arizona, guys, if you're not from Arizona, I'm basically just saying high heat. High heat, those are fragrances that push crazy. What's everyone's favorite Aventus clone? Armaf Peugeot 1 is the best Aventus Absolute clone. No questions asked. If you had $1 million, what would be the first thing you'd do? I'd bury it. You lost me at Funky Jeans. Trust me, man. A lot of, like, Burlington 1819 is for fragrance snobs. It's not for common folk. It's not a common folk fragrance. Eating a bowl of fresh citrus at a factory, bruh, come on. Hey, dude, listen, guys, I'm keeping it real with you. I have some fragrances no one should buy ever in life but fragrance snobs. A lot of what I carry is an absolute banger, but some fragrances I buy is like collecting art for a Smithsonian. They're only in my collection because they're fragrances that are transportive. When I'm sitting, and this is super dirty, but I'm going to show it to you. When I'm sitting in that lounge chair at the end of the night, I'm done mailing packages, and I'm getting a massage in that chair, and I might be watching a movie or in between filming or something like that. Yeah, I'm wearing some Burlington 1819, or I'm wearing some freaking Diaghilev, which I would never recommend to anybody, or like Taif Aoud. I'm wearing weirdo fragrances because they're a vibe. I have so many fragrances. I have that type of space in my mind for wearing fragrance. But I understand most of you guys just want utility bangers that you can wear. Listen, my collection is elite. It is. 99% of what I carry, you could just grab off my shelf and you will do very well in life. But I do have some pieces in my collection that are not, they're for me in my own space and vibe. And I have a place for that. Everything I buy, I don't take outside and look for compliments for. So I'm going to tell you straight up, Burlington 1819 is a fragrance most of you guys will never see in your entire life. And you shouldn't. You know, it's an expensive niche fragrance, and it's for a fragrance snob. It's not for somebody who's trying to please the world. What do you think about Dua? 50% trash, 50% treasure. Sounds like some lemon haze. That's hilarious. Waiting for the 26th so I can sample. Okay. Yeah, I like earthy, funky patchouli with some cloves or black pepper. 80s gothic scent. Hey, I respect it. Do you like Ordo Parisi Nasomato fragrances? Yes. One of my favorite Nasomatos is Baronda. And I have it, but I don't have it in a full bottle. I have it in a travel size. You really don't need more than a travel size because that fragrance is beastly. And shout outs to Scott. He sent me Nasomato. He sent me Black Afghano, so I'll be reviewing that soon. He sent me Nasomato Pardon, so I'll be reviewing that soon. What was the other one you said? Oh, Ordo Parisi. Yeah, I just reviewed an Ordo Parisi. I used to have Mega Mare. I reviewed another Ordo Parisi, the leather one, yesterday. So I'm making my way through those houses. Have you tried CR7? Yeah, it's trash. My son showed it to me. My absolute favorite fragrance in the universe is Aqua de Geo line, particularly Pour Homme when I'm chilling at home with friends. For every other occasion, Profondo. My favorite is Profumo. It always will be. Have yet to pick up Gucci Guilty Elixir. Just wish it came in a bigger bottle. Yeah, I mean, listen, man, I get it, but if you have more than like 20 fragrances, what is it, a 55 ml? 60 ml. Dude, 60 ml is plenty. Let's just be real. Let's just be real. Sorry guys, I'm trying to catch up in the chat. I really am. Trying to catch up, guys. Just give me a second. I really am. I'll try to get through everybody's stuff. Try to get through everyone's stuff. What part of Arizona are you from? I live in the mountains, super south. Super duper south. Dolce & Gabbana K thoughts. It's really nice. My best friend is Iranian. That's great. That's really awesome. Top 3 best funeral colognes. My top 3 funeral scents are not on this shelf for good reason. Let's see. Did I make it to the bottom? Oh, no, I didn't. You don't have anything that smells close to the discontinued Armani Code Sport? Maybe Harmony Code from Fragrance World? Hawas versus Hawas Ice. Hawas Ice is better. Michael Malone Ocean Noir, perfect fragrance for summer. Yeah, I have a tester of that. It's pretty good. Did I make it to the bottom? Oh, perfect. Top 3 scents for gifting. Oh, that's a good one. I don't care if it's clone or whatever. I'm just going to grab stuff on my shelf. Amir Celestial, you can never go wrong. I would own 5 bottles of that just to give away at Christmas. Armaf per show. No one will ever hate on that fragrance ever in life. Bleu de Chanel is a great gift. Armaf Supremacy in Heaven, great gift. Mont Blanc Presence is a sleeper of a gift. 15, 20 bucks for this fragrance. Literally smells like you stepped out of a gray Jag. Insanely good gift. Gary's Den, incredible $25 gift of Dior Homme Parfum. I actually prefer this over the new 2025 or late 2024 release of Dior Homme Parfum. Great gift. FOMO Fragheads Asylum is a sick $25, $30 gift. Best Elysium clone out there. Beats Trillium. Beats all the Trillium lookalikes. Best Elysium clone. Sickly good. Tarathi Blue is a great gift. Dude, honestly, I don't even want to name more because I could just name all my collection. But I tried to name you a bunch of cheapies you could get that would be great gifts. Armaf Odyssey Homme Black Edition, Spice Bomb Extreme and Spice Bomb Infrared wrapped into one fragrance for 20 bucks. Insane stocking stuffer. You know, Vibrant Vetiver Delight. Amazing stocking stuffer. Maison Alhambra Cassius, best Carlisle clone from Parfum de Marly. Insane stocking stuffer for 20 bucks on Amazon. Lalique Equus, Grapefruit Vetiver and Amber, best versatile wear. I would put this against Profondo and give it a run for its money. There's so many though. There honestly is so many. Do you consider this an addiction? Yes, I do. Just tried Creed Silver Mountain Water and it's amazing. Hey, if you liked Creed Silver Mountain Water, go buy this. Off-Non Supremacy in Heaven. It's cloning Silver Mountain Water and it smells better than the Silver Mountain Water you just recently tried. Give it a shot. 20, 25 bucks, 100 ml of Creed Silver Mountain Water. Amazing. Thoughts on people saying that Amir Celestial smells like baby wipes in a bad way? I could see it. I'm gonna be truthful. I could see it. I can only see it because, like, I'm assuming a baby wipe smell. I mean, I have a child. I have 2 children. Baby wipes smell super clean and super, like, some of them smell like a little bit of Johnson and Johnson. Some of them are basically like aldehydic, like they smell like nothing with like a pinch of berries, or like nothing with a pinch of linen, or nothing with a pinch of florals. So this is clean suede, violet leaf, and minerals. So, you know, it smells like fresh clouds with some minerals, some suede, and some powdery florals. Those are almost, in a lot of ways, the stuff that would be sprinkled on a baby wipe. But if they say baby wipe in a bad way, I mean, listen, man, I'm gonna tell you guys something, like, just straight up. When people say, it just makes me realize that those kind of individuals don't make in they don't they want to they base their life around looking for what other people will guide them into, rather than going and experiencing something for themselves. At the end of the day, it's not what they say, it's who said it. Did someone that you respect and that you trust say that this fragrance smells like baby wipes? And if so, how many? And then make your decision off of that. I have a crazy track record on my channel. I have never had a single person on, so I only have like 2,600 subscribers, right? And I do about 30 to 50,000 views a week on my channel. Every month, I get emails and DMs from about 30 to 40 people a month that go and listen to my Q&A, and then they go and buy a fragrance based off my recommendation. They blind buy it off what I say. So I don't sell, I'm not affiliated with anybody. I don't make money for selling fragrances or recommending stuff. Bought this all with my own money. I run my own channel. The only thing I get paid from is views. It's like normal monetization, right? So I don't make money. There's no incentives for me to sell any fragrances. These people blind buy off my recommendation, like 30 to 40 bottles a month. I should get sponsored because people buy bottles based off my recommendations. You know, 30, 40 bottles times 12 a year. That's pretty incredible for a channel that only has 2,600 followers. My point to all that is I get 30 to 40 DMs a month of people who say, SB, I just got my fragrance in from your Q&A that you recommended. I have not had one single instance where somebody bought a fragrance that I recommended and they said, they didn't even say, you know, I bought it, but it just wasn't quite for me. No one said, I bought a fragrance and I hated it. Nobody said, you know, I bought it, but it just wasn't for me. Everybody who's bought a bottle from me, 30 to 40 people a month, have DM'd and emailed me. And I know there's more people who have bought bottles, but these people are kind enough to give me feedback and say how my recommendation made them feel. And nothing but incredible feedback. So again, it's not what people say, it's who said it, and is it people that you respect. Everybody's talking, but what are you listening to says everything about who you are. So to anybody giving feedback about Amir Celestial in a bad way, I don't care. I wear Celestial. I get compliments all the time. I think it's the best fragrance of all time in the clone world, top 3 clones of 2024. And that's my take. And your job is to judge my work, you know, watch my almost 700 videos that I've uploaded in less than a year, see how quick the channel's growing, see how my community is, analyze me as a person to see if I'm a reliable enough source to follow. I don't speak to the people. People speak to me, you know, because I actually smell more fragrances than people do watching YouTubers and having conversations with people that don't have 10 bottles of fragrance. So that's not a diss. I'm just keeping it real with you. Did you try any French Avenue? Absolutely. French Avenue is one of the best up-and-coming inspiration brands out there. Roja has some good summer scents last time I smelled. Yeah, but a lot of them have really weak performance. Like this is easily becoming one of my best summer smashes of all time. Oceania smells like you jumped off of a yacht into the ocean, and the ocean was made out of Moscato champagne and a mix of floral citruses and fruits. It's almost like what Herba Pura should have been. More masculine, more truly unisex, but slight masculine leaning. It smells like the ocean, but not like a sea salt aquatic. It smells like the ocean is made out of white champagne and you just poured all the best citruses, fruits, and florals into it. It smells like how Moscato champagne smells. It truly is absolutely special. But again, the problem with it is performance, not the best performance. If you buy this fragrance, which you absolutely should, if you have money like that, you know, you need to put some freaking shea butter on. I wear like 5-note lotions. I don't like synthetics. I don't like chemicals. My skin's really sensitive. So I'm putting a scentless 5-ingredient shea butter on my skin to give this incredible push. And then it'll give me like an extra 2 to 4 hours on it, you know? Or the only scented one I use is Everyday Coconut, which is like a 5-ingredient coconut-based lotion. And it's just pure coconut. It's coconut scented because of coconut. It's not coconut perfume sprayed in a lotion. And so I'll use that with all my tropical type of stuff. So if I'm put this under Herba Pura, goes crazy. Put it under Oceania, it goes crazy. What other tropic? Even like Ex Nihilo, Flor Narcotique, put it under that. What other tropical joints do I have? Oh, this isn't really tropical, but Hanuman basically smells like a better Ball Freak from Byredo, you know, an expensive 7-Up type of feel. Oh, craziest combo that I stumbled across this week was coconut lotion with Bleu de Chanel. You would never think that would work, but blue coconut, whoa, this was crazy good on my skin. And I got like 12 hours of performance. But normally I don't use scented lotion at all. I go with the coconut because it's made from real coconuts. It's naturally scented, no additives. But normally I'm using Everyday Shea, a nice 5-ingredient unscented lotion in a giant bottle that I got for like 10 bucks because it's a nice base to give fragrances an extra 2 to 3 hours of push. I don't really do Molecule 1 or the new Chanel. They're just using ISOE Super. So if you ever want to go use an actual base fragrance, you could spray ISOE Super on your skin to give it an extra 2 to 4 hours of push. But I like lotion because it moisturizes the skin and protects it. Something like an ISOE Super would be alcohol-based. Alcohol dries up the skin. So yeah, you coat something on your skin to give a fragrance push, but your skin is unmoisturized. So moisturize your skin with natural products, put the fragrance on top of it. I know some people argue and say, put the fragrance on first and then the lotion. I don't care what order you do, just have both of them on and you'll get some insane push. And the coconut's really nice for enhancing tropical based fragrances or vanilla based fragrances and stuff, giving it insane projection. You know, another good tip that I use is essential oils. I don't get into this a lot, but sometimes, you know, because I will be coming out with my own fragrance probably in 2026, or I will be starting it by the end of this year. You know, essential oils, you can get this for 15 bucks on Amazon. So, oh, my bad, guys. So if you go onto Amazon, you can get essential oils, right? Has a little menu right here. And if you ever wanted to smell what certain notes in fragrance smell like by themselves, you can get this for like 15 bucks. It comes with how many? 35 pieces. So you get these, you roll these on your skin. You can smell what juniper smells like, vetiver, you know, rosemary, sandalwood, eucalyptus, bergamot. And, or what I've been doing recently is, let's say I have this fragrance and I'm like, you know what? I want to ramp up the vetiver in this fragrance. I go to my oil kit, I take the vetiver oil out, dab some vetiver on my body, then spray the fragrance. Now the vetiver is enhanced. Oh, you know what? I like the grapefruit in Equus, but you know, the grapefruit's kind of weak and I want it more loud. Okay, I have a grapefruit essential oil, dab up the body, then throw the Equus on. Now the grapefruit's popping. You know, so that's a $15. You get this whole pack, you know, so essential oils is cool because you know it's going to be ethical. It's going to be nice on your skin. It's going to moisturize. It's not going to be additives. It's just straight raw material and some kind of glycerin or oil. Really nice $15 way to trick out and manipulate your fragrances. And then, you know, go to Sprouts or Whole Foods, pick you up a 5-ingredient shea butter and a 5-ingredient coconut oil based fragrance. That's, if you like coconut and you want to pop off some tropicals, cool. Really all you need is the everyday shea butter, unscented, to give you push on all your fragrances. You'll notice right away though, when you put the shea butter lotion on, how much fragrances just explode. A lot of people are into scented lotions, you know, like maybe Creed Aventus, they sell a lotion inspired by Creed Aventus. So you wear that under the Aventus and all that. Listen, I know a lot of people are ethical about how they make lotions, but anytime you add a fragrance to a lotion, you are now introducing synthetics. I'm just not a fan of doing that again. It's like they already use synthetics in the fragrance. I want the lotion that's on my skin to have nothing unnatural, not just almost natural, all the way natural, then put the fragrance on top to protect my, you know, it won't bust through to the skin and I'm straight. In addiction or a collection, where is the line drawn? There is no line if it's an addiction. It's subjective, right? Who gets to draw the line? And even if you get to draw the line, you're not in my house. So I tell people I have a fragrance addiction, but I mean, I don't really need to say that because it's obvious. But everybody's addicted to something, and I think this is a very healthy addiction. I can afford all the bottles. That's why I have them. I live a good life. It's not hurting anybody. It's helping everybody. It's not damaging to me. I'm a responsible man. I'm a great husband. I'm a great father of three, actually. I own a cat. 2 children, 2 boys and a cat. You know, I put God first. So, you know, maybe addiction is a little bit strong of a word, but it is a healthy hobby that doesn't take priority over me as a man and a provider. Is Tarathi Blue worth the hype? Yes, it is. But I think FOMO Fragheads Asylum is worth more hype. What's the best rendition on Tygar DNA? Tarathi Blue for sure. L'Immensité, the Jean Low fragrance is the best L'Immensité, or Yaman Lale's L'Immensité. What do you think about Creed Royal Oud? Amazing fragrance, but it's extremely challenging. It's a timeless fougere. I only recommend it to men 35 and up that need a gentleman fragrance. I reviewed that fragrance and said it's something a mafia boss would wear before he killed somebody. That's what type of level of power and vibe that fragrance gives off. Best fragrance under 30 bucks. Anything from Lalique. Lalique. What up, Sally? Good to see you, bro. Always good to have you in here. For those of y'all, check out Sally played Wheel of Fragrance like 2 weeks ago. Check it out. He did really nice. Recommended a lot of nice Ormond Jane, Zerjoff. He recommended some heat. I bought Supremacy Not Only Intense because I thought it was Nishane Hasavat dupe, but I was very disappointed. Yeah, dude, it's frustrating. People talking about fragrances they don't know. People out here saying Off Non-Supremacy Collector's Edition is absolute Ventus is utter blasphemy. It never was. Nobody from Off Non ever said that. Fragrance reviewers just went out and said that. Off Non-Supremacy has never been called a Nishane Hasavat clone, yet some people go out and say it. It really matters who's saying what, man. That's why you got to follow reliable content creators. Did Latafa Eternal Oud take 6 months for you to macerate? Honestly, there's only like 4 fragrances in my collection that took more than 6 months to macerate. Latafa Eternal Oud took a year to macerate. I didn't even put that. I sprayed it several days in a row and said, nope, it smells like Grand Soir, but super bootleg. 1 year later, I went back to it just for kicks, and it smelled insane. So that one took exactly 1 year to macerate, and an incredible combo is Eternal Oud and Teriyaki Intense. That will be in my combos ebook when that drops towards the end of the year. Spectre Ghost is good. Clone to LV Imagination, Sahib Intense, SAHEB Intense, best LV Imagination clone, no question. There was a Green Roja Aquatic Lime I liked. I can't remember the name. Aquatic Lime. I don't know about Aquatic Lime, but Lime is definitely in Harrods, which is a really nice fragrance from Roja. I say that Harrods is basically everything fragrances like L'Immensité and Tygar and Elysium try to be. Yeah, you gotta watch out for Reddit, Lachlan. Is shea butter the new move? Hey man, I'm just into naturals. I don't do like eucalyptus. I don't do aloe vera. Those are all synthetic ingredients. All synthetic. That's the thing, man. It's like people will be on a health journey and then use eucalyptus or aloe vera, which is like acidic. I'm not gonna make this a health conversation, but go with aloe vera. Go with like a coconut oil-based lotion if you need scented. If you want unscented, go shea. You'll be straight. And go with as little of ingredients as possible. You want your lotions to have almost no ingredients. Body butters and fragrance stuff like that, if your skin can handle it and you shower and have good hygiene where you wear it for the day and you take it off in the evening, you can get away with that. But some people have really sensitive skin, and when you start getting into body butters and fragrance oils and fragrance lotions, you have to put synthetics into them. You could be as ethical as you want to be, but you have to, because you're working with scent. You cannot just go straight raw material unless you're dealing with something like coconut or shea or like cacao. You can't really scent any other direction without synthetics. And at that point, you're not really using the fragrant, the butter to only moisturize. The scent is going in the moisturize, which could affect and go into your system. But just know your body, guys. I'm a guy, my skin is sensitive. I can only put naturals on my skin. So I'm loading up on shea or a coconut base because it's all natural, then putting the scent on, and I'm straight. Most of the time it's unscented coconut if I'm going for tropical, but only because it's made from pure coconut. Still on that Burberry, I feel you. What is a good cheap winter scent? Oh my gosh, so many to name. Cheap winter scent, Armaf per show, 40 bucks. Off Non-Supremacy Collector's Edition, 40 bucks. Smoky Pineapple Birch Woody Oak Moss. This is interesting. Tom Ford Oud Wood mixed with red sangria. Imaginary Authors Slow Explosions. Really nice, interesting fragrance. Gucci Guilty Elixir, probably the best designer release of 2024. Bulgari Man in Black, Sexy Black Tie, Slight Vanillic, Vetiver Amber Patchouli. It's basically Prada Black with better projection and better performance. Sick winter scent. Lalique White and Black. It's a better version of Layton for only 30 bucks. Teriyaki Intense. 30, 40 bucks. Cinnamon, amber, vetiver. But it's really just a load of sexy masculine cinnamon in a bottle. 30 bucks. 2 sprays last you 12 hours. What are some other cheapies that'll last you all day in the winter? Best clone of Initio Musk Therapy, Glorious Oud Royal Blanc, 4-spray killer, white florals but heavy musk, probably the most masculine florals you'll come across in terms of white florals. Very good in the winter. Obviously the best Dior Homme Intense clone, Cayenne Classic. If you need to get real Dior Homme Intense, feel free. Or the new 2025 release of Dior Homme Parfum, which is okay. But to be quite honest, you don't need Dior Homme Parfum or Dior Homme Intense in 2025 because they just keep diluting down the real thing and it's a shadow of what it used to be. These smell better than the designers. Cayenne Classic you can get for 20, 30 bucks on Amazon. It smells 1-to-1 performance and scent to Dior Homme Intense. Gary's Den is 20 to 30 bucks, smells 1-to-1. To me, better than the new 2025 release or late 2024 release of Dior Homme Parfum. So Parfum is the same lipsticky iris, but fresher, a little bit lighter. This is heavy, creamy, powdery iris. They're both seductive. This one's more versatile because it has a little bit of a fresher lift. This one's more romantic because it's softer, sexier, velvetier, creamier, powderier. But essentially the same DNA, 2 slightly different personalities. So there's a couple of really cheap bangers for the winter. Here's one more to take home with you. Maison Alhambra Cassius, $20, sometimes $15 on Amazon. This is cloning Parfums de Marly Carlisle, 1-to-1 in my opinion. If you're a masculine man, this is basically like an apple pie that's very savory. So it's sweet and savory, but more savory. So it's like a middle of the road 5 out of 10 sweet. It's like a very masculine version of an apple pie. It's got some apple, but it's caramelized. It's got a apple pie-ness to it. It's spiced. It's not too holiday-esque. It's just a really sexy nighttime or cold weather masculine niche smelling fragrance, cloning a niche fragrance. For 20 bucks on Amazon, you get 10 plus hours performance. Pretty much everything, every box you would want to check. I actually prefer this over Tom Ford Black Orchid. The orchid note is a little bit sweet in Black Orchid. Cacao, patchouli, vetiver, and orchid, which is very sweet top. Very intimidating for most men to jump into Black Orchid because it's challenging. It does smell like chocolate and patchouli, but the orchid note sometimes comes off a little more feminine sweet. This scales back on the orchid so that it's just this sexy chocolate patchouli vetiver fragrance. So I actually think this is better than Tom Ford Black Orchid. Same 10 plus hours of performance, $30 to $35 on Triple Traders. This is Zara Man from Fragrance World. That's another cheap winter banger. Anyone know any minty peppery fragrances? Yes. Lalique White, $20, $25. Best, most versatile, affordable, everyday fragrance. It works office, it works casually, it works upscale casually. It has everything in a fresh fragrance that you would love. Tamarind spice, white pepper, a little bit of green note from bergamot, vetiver. It's got a soapy vibe to it. It's got a linen vibe to it, but then it's accented by pepper, a little bit of spice. It's just perfect. A more classy fougere take on pepper is going to be Lalique Pour Homme Lion. So try that if you want the more classy, polished shoes barbershop man, but he's like a wealthy governor. If you want the more fresh, more versatile, everyday, fresher, upscale, minty feel, go Lalique White. It's more peppery than minty, but it does have a spritz to it. Green out of the shower recommendations. I only have one that's worth any of your time. Lalique Lin Sumi. This is the freshest outdoor green forest with a little bit of tree sap, a little bit of pine needles, It's just the sexiest. It has morning dew in it. So it's kind of got this like slightly damp, grassy fern feel under the green forest, slight sap, cedar, pine needles feel. Best modern green fragrance of all time. That's the only fragrance in my entire collection that I wish my skin smelled like. Versace Mano Fresh is okay. What up, Kels? Good morning from Finland. What do you think about Azzaro Forever? I only prefer the Most Wanted Parfum and Wanted by Night Parfum, but many people have variations of what they like from Azzaro. I think in 2025, you can get what Azzaro is giving you, which is like a sexy, romantic fragrance, cold weather fragrance. You can get that with so many fragrances for the same price. So I'm just kind of grown out of it, to be honest. Bond number 9. What does Versace Mano Fresh smell like? It smells like a fragrance that's not worth your time. They charge a lot of money for a fragrance that's really lackluster. I mean, you could go with Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue O Intense or Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Forever, get more performance and smell more interesting to me than Mano Fresh, to be honest. What's your favorite budget cologne top 3? I can't. I have too many that are in the same price range that are affordable that there's no such thing as a top 3 in that, to be honest. Buy anything from La Lique, buy anything from Bentley, or go the clone route. Have you tried Latafa Mashraba? Yeah, it's a 7 out of 10 for me. Hello from Brazil. What do you think about Drake's Summer Mink? If you were curious at all about how Drake's Summer Mink smelled, just buy Gucci Guilty Elixir. Guys, I could sit here and get technical, but we've been live for 121 minutes. You just have to trust SB. They call me the scientist or the professor of fragrance for a reason. I would explain this, but I am so tired. Just trust me. If you liked Summer Mink, get this. If you're considering Summer Mink, get this. Trust me. It's more masculine. It's essentially the same nuts of the fragrance. It just smells way better and way more performance. Trust me on this, guys. I reviewed Summer Mink in my car. I already told you how I felt about it. Get this instead. Gucci Guilty Elixir green bottle. Don't worry that it's only a 60 ml. It's all you'll need. Do you think... I don't know. I'm trying to catch up to the bottom of the chat because as soon as I do, I'm going to bed. Do you think it makes sense that awareness is just a logic that is Glorious Oud Royal Blanc French Avenue worth the buy, and what would you rate it? 10 out of 10, no question. You have to be comfortable with white florals. It is a white floral, slightly powdery, 6 out of 10 sweet fragrance, but it's essentially a white floral bouquet with slight powder, sweetness, but to me it's the most masculine white florals I've ever smelled because it has a huge injection of musk. So it's, if you're trying to tap into white florals, get it because it's sexy. My wife would, well, we'll save that for my own personal knowledge, but my wife loves that fragrance and she is very hard to please, but that's what she said. Jesus loves you. Thank you. I appreciate it. What do you think about Drake's Summer Mink? Already told you. Top 5 green dupes. Ask that question in the comment section and I'll give you a list. Not safe for indoors, Lachlan. This this one is Casa Marati from Xerxes Mephisto. It smells like you are in Antarctica on a snowy mountain with a glass of blue Kool-Aid in one hand and maybe a tangerine in the other hand, and you're chewing on fresh mint in your mouth. Best blue fragrance of all time. So far. I will keep you posted. Is Xerxes for any of the niche worth the price? Yes. Hey, I don't need to slow down. You can rewind the video and watch it back. Gary's Den and Cayenne Classic, K-A-Y-A-N. Cayenne Classic is Diorum Intense. What's the fresh fragrance that you can recommend in the summertime? Gucci Guilty Elixir. Just trust me. Super versatile. Any scent that has changed the game with sandalwood. So many. Issey Miyake Intense, yes. Scott, what's up, brother? I've already started cracking on the reviews for the stuff. Thanks again, man. I appreciate you. You don't have an ex, Celestial. Be real. Gatekeep Gucci Guilty Elixir at all costs. Never. We don't gatekeep. We don't do old English. Yeah, Lalique is super slept on. Can you suggest the best summer fragrances? Already did. Have you tried Boadicea Energizer? I didn't know Energizer was a fragrance from Boadicea. Why does the YSL L'Homme have such bad performance? Because it's an eau de toilette and because they designed it to be a low projection fragrance. It's not a fragrance that really should be loud, in my opinion. It's a fragrance that is for a girl who's buried in your arms. And it's a fragrance where when your girl interacts with you, she walks away and she's so mad she did because she's like, oh my gosh, as soon as I leave his arms, my life feels normal. And then she comes back into your coat and doesn't let go of you. That's what kind of fragrance it is. A lot of you guys out there who are really interested in projection and performance really don't get women. I can just tell. Because if you got women, they would be near you. And if they were near you and you were wearing a 5+ foot projection and longevity fragrance, you would not be getting a call the next day and she would not be following you home. If you're with women and you're in the proximity and you're actually taking them home, you're wearing a low projection, soft performing, low performing fragrance, an intimate fragrance, a fragrance that lasts only 2-3 hours, a fragrance with a small scent bubble. You're not loud and proud. I could tell you guys, look at women, but don't bring women home by the scents you choose and the way you shop for fragrances. What's the hype with Black Opium for ladies? I don't know. You know, out of all the women, I have a 30 fragrance sample kit of all, you know, the top female fragrances that I'm reviewing right now for the ladies, but giving the ladies a male perspective on the top designers. And Black Opium is one of them. Honestly, Black Opium isn't really a craze. Grown women kind of like Black Opium, but not enough to buy it. I would say Black Opium's probably like a 25 and down or a 30 and down fragrance, to be honest. It's like a 50-50 thing with ladies. I think it smells okay, but I think there's other fragrances that smoke it that smell just like it. What do you think about Dylan Blue? Basic. Old English, basic. Does Versace EDT perform well? Which one? Hey, I hear you, Scott. Again, I super appreciate it, man. I already started digging into them. I think I did 3 or 4 reviews. I'll have them all finished by this week. Really enjoying them so far. You sent me a lot of versatility, which I appreciate. Creed or Rolfa, something similar or better. Can you paste that comment, Daisy, in the comment section of this video when I sign off, and I will get an answer to you. My brain's a little dead. The new Eros Parfum performance is bad. Did you also feel the same? Honestly, nothing's beating original Eros EDT on any level, performance or scent profile. I'm done with Eros at this point. Like, they genuinely have not outdone Eros original, period. Like, they just need to move on and just go with a different series. I want to smell like burnt rubber. Dior Fahrenheit EDT is the closest you'll get. At what point does powder become too much for a man's fragrance? When the powder is over like 20%. Man, I got bots in here. Some of you guys are so slow. Have you tried Matiere Premier? Yes, I have a few of them actually. Boom, boom, boom. I made it down to the bottom, guys. I know a lot of y'all are still pumping in here, but since I made it to the bottom of the chat, I'm gonna give you guys the 2-minute warning. Any last minute questions, ask away, and then we're gonna sign off. I'm gonna take a piss real quick while you guys load up your questions. Now's the time if you want to get your 1 minute of fame. Have you guys enjoy the collection while I take a quick piss. I'll be right back, boys. Okay, let's see what we got. Armani Code Parfum, need to revisit. Which you prefer, Zaro Most Wanted Parfum or JPG Ultra? Most Wanted Parfum, Witty. Smelled crystal saffron and I'm tempted to pick it up. Okay. Any comments on Blue Talisman? One of the best blues of all time. I just dislike how soft of a sillage it is. It's a whisper fragrance, but I bought it, so I can't really talk. But I do think Casa Murati Mephisto is better than Blue Talisman. What's a perfect office scent? Grey Vetiver EDP from Tom Ford or Lalique Lin Sumi? Or if you want to be cheap and still smell expensive, Lalique White. Those three, if you had those three for the office, you would probably be the sexiest man alive for at least the next 20 years. Is the OG YSL worth it? M7, I've never heard of that. I mean, the psychology of a women's fragrance is that most women either prefer to wear a faint, angelic, natural light scent that's almost unsmellable, or an extremely loud, sugary, vanillic, candied fruits, extremely loud scent. And that's less about what women prefer and more about the personality of the girl. You know, some women are show out, look at me kind of women. Other women are come and look at me, but they whisper it. They don't scream it, you know. Can you suggest summer fragrances other than Gucci Guilty Elixir? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it really, see, the thing about a summer fragrance is it's age dependent, but I would say the most ageless summer type of fragrances that could work: Bleu de Chanel, Creed Silver Mountain Water, Roja Elysium, Aqua di Gio Profondo. I'm naming the officials, not the clones right now. Lalique White, Lalique Equus, Bentley Momentum Unlimited, Bentley for Men Black Edition, Mancera Lemon Oud Mint. If you want to go even cheaper, you can go something like Vintage Green 78 from Banana Republic. I accidentally hit low power mode on my phone since it's almost out of battery, so I think I'm probably gonna skip the rest of the questions because I think I'm stuttering. But listen, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Sorry I have to cut it short, which we're not really because we've been going for a minute, 135 minutes, so well over 2 hours, I think. If I didn't answer your question, copy paste it and put it in the comment section of this video. It'll get answered by tomorrow. If you're new to the channel, I post 2 to 4 videos a day. The only person that posts more videos than me in FragCom is Gent Sense. And many days I post more than Gent Sense. So if you want to know about fragrances of all kinds, all price points, male, female, designer, inspiration, clone, dupe, or niche or independent niche, you want somebody who goes into these stores, talks to people, talks to the perfumer, drives out of the state to go visit certain boutiques, gets the inside scoops, does collabs, does entertainment with the game shows, does theater kind of drama films on some of the. I just do it all. Give me a week to show you what I do, and the subscription is free. I'd appreciate your time and energy. We have one of the best communities in FragCom. If you are toxic, I have a team of bots waiting to snipe you and a team of human beings for backup sniping. So if you got good energy, you want to learn, you want to talk fragrance, you want to have a good time, safe environment for all ages, this is the place to be. If you think you know a lot about fragrance and for you it's about swinging your manhood and feeling good because you own a lot of bottles and you're not here to make a good space for everybody to learn and enjoy fragrance, this is not the place for you. I hope you guys had a great night. I hope you have a blessed night. And I hope you guys found this live Q&A to be valuable. I only go live for this late and cut sleep out of my life and sleeping next to my beautiful wife to bring you guys value and to build a great community, and that I have. So hope you guys have a great night, and until next time, peace.